But Doug Flutie is out. He's been taken to the dressing room with a sprained shoulder. We don't know how bad it is, but he's gone to the dressing room. So when they get the ball back, New Jersey, it will be Ron Reeves at quarterback. But right now, big play, third down play, 3rd and 15 did not pick it up, but the penalty picks it up.
Watch what Holmes does here. See him wind up and then throw a forearm and hit Parker right in the mouth with a forearm. That's uncalled for. The ball is gone, and Holmes is wondering why he got a penalty. Sometimes when you get a guy like that and you've got somebody hung out to dry and a player does that, I'd throw him out of the game.
You're tough, but you're right. Ball on the 35-yard line, first down. Oh, look at Holmes playing right up on Crawford.
Crawford's telling the official he's grabbing me.
They're looking for Crawford, but now they go across the middle instead with Shirk, the tight end. And he picks up 6 or 7 yards. And there's John Miller right there with him, along with John Joyce. And it'll be second down and short.
Let me go back to that Holmes thing. First of all, Jim, it's a dirty play to hit a guy knowing the ball is already gone and then unload like he did on Parker coming out of the backfield. But the dumb thing about it, they had him 3rd and 16. The ball was gone. There was no completion. They would have had to punt. Now Memphis has got the ball at the 43-yard line, and they're on a drive.
From the 43 in the 7-7 ball game. Second down and short. The up man Spencer, easy first down, and he moves into Jersey territory at the 48-yard line.
Now, you want to know why Johnson and Preston are the leading tacklers?
I can see that. He was past the down linemen and linebackers in a hurry.
That hole was wide open in the middle. Rubens and Bollinger, Smith.
The Flutie injury was on a good play by Reggie White, the nose tackle, who went down the line of scrimmage with him and simply, like a rodeo man, threw the ball to the turf and landed on him, and Flutie has sprained a shoulder. Jim Byrne has gone out, and Lynn Matson comes in at defensive right end for New Jersey. Kelly across the middle, and a good catch there by Harry Sidney. First time he's handled the ball in weeks and weeks, and he makes the catch. He's been out with a groin injury, and that's inside the 35-yard line.
Jim, first of all, let's go to the offensive line. You talk about great protection. Watch Kelly. They're not even getting close to Kelly, and they even have a blitz on with Clemens 59. He doesn't even get close. Look at the time he has. Now he can pick out any receiver he wants, and that time he picked Harry Sidney.
On the 32-yard line, Mosier goes wide to the right. They've used this 2 tight end offense a lot tonight, more than we remember in any previous game. And now that is Leonard Williams, and not much there for Leonard Williams.
All righty, up easy. I got the ball here.
Like John Joyce, and that's who it is getting up from the bottom of the pile. By the way, we told you that Frank Mattias is starting tonight at nose because Emmanuel Weaver has a bad knee. He's been doing a good job in the middle for the Generals. Second down and about 7 to go. 6 minutes to go in this first half. Shirk comes out. Crawford goes in for Memphis. Our score is 7 apiece. And Pepper. Well, he was honest about last week. He said everybody has a bad day. Boy, did we have a bad day against Crawford. And he did. There's Leonard Williams. Little hole there for him, and he gets down to about the 27-yard line, where it'll be 3rd down and 4. Another big play. Remember, Duncan does not have the greatest leg, although he did kick a 48-yarder last week.
Jim, you know, when you were talking about they had a bad day last week, offensively they had a bad day, and special teams they had a bad day, but defensively they did a pretty good job.
Oh, remember Will Coakley's injury? He has now gone to the dressing room. That was early on in the ball game. He's been on the bench, but he has now gone to the dressing room as Flutie has gone for New Jersey. 3rd down, and let's call it 5. Kelly, look out, and down he goes, and that is Jim Byrne in the ball game and putting him down. And it's 4th down, and now they're well out of the range of Alan Duncan. A 12-yard loss just about negates any try for a field goal.
Jim Byrne was playing the right defensive end before. Now they moved him over to the left defensive end, brought Lockett to the inside. Byrne goes to the outside. Huffman missed his block. Kelly goes down. They're going to kick a field goal here.
Look at this, 55 yards. He is 0 for 2, and I'm wrong again. But I guess they get the ball at the 32-yard line if he misses, and why not take the chance for the 3? And he's going to get, well, let's see if he makes it. No, he did not make it. So the 55-yard field goal is no good. And now Duncan is 3 of 9 past the 40-yard mark. 4:35 to go, second quarter. The score is 7 apiece. And the Generals get the ball at their own 38-yard line. Memphis is glad to be going home. They play their last 3 games at home, and one of them, their next one, is against Orlando Friday night at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, and ESPN will be there. Paul, you and I will pick up with them on their last game of the season against Arizona on a Saturday night. Their last 3 at home, that will help the Showboats. They've got great fans. From the 38, 7-7 the score, first down New Jersey. And remember, Ron Reeves is the quarterback. He'd thrown 1 pass this year before tonight. There goes Herschel. Look out. Look out. They get him. Can they put him down? They do. Herschel is going toward his 9th consecutive 100-yard game already. He had 54 yards before that run.
Jim, you talk about cutting back. That play was supposed to be a sweep to the right, and Herschel saw the pursuit coming by Memphis, and here's where he cuts back. Now, that 53 is Corker. Bessalou dives. He misses him. That's Coleman downfield. He staggers, turns around, and comes back in and helps out on the play. But the man that's going to catch up with him is Fox, number 29, and puts the tackle on him.
From the 23-yard line, Harmon checks in. They'll give the ball to Carthen, and he gets inside the 20-yard line to about the 18-yard line. Herschel Walker has 93 yards already with 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the first half. His tops for the season was 233 yards. And that was against Houston. Walker coming back in, Harmon going out. Well, they don't like to throw too much in New Jersey anyway, about 20-25 times. With Flutie gone, maybe they'll throw even less than that. But, of course, Doug could be back in the second half. Broughton goes left, Collins comes right. Second down, 5 to go. From the 18, here's Herschel again. Look out. Oh, my. First of all, the man can run. Secondly, he had some lanes that were cleared to him to run.
Yeah, but you see, the man you talk about is number 33, the man in front of him. Watch Carthen comes out now. He's following. All he's doing now is looking for a white shirt. Herschel's right on his rear end. Bang! There's the block on Bessalou. Goodbye, Bessalou. Here comes Fox in there to cut Herschel's legs out. That's a great block. That's when you're following your fullback, Jim. Isn't that nice?
First down inside the 8-yard line. 7-7 the score, first half. They're going to give it to that man again. Walker gets down to about the 4-yard line. Second down and goal to go. A lot of talk about Herschel. Second down and goal to go. And the 2-minute mark is coming up. 2-minute mark is coming up. A lot of talk about Walker. Dallas even drafted him on the 5th round, but he's on a contract to Donald Trump until 1989. So he'll do a lot of running here. Well, Walker scored 1 touchdown. Tim Spencer the other. Walker looks for another, but at the moment, with 2 minutes to go in the half, we're tied at 7. Pepper Rogers doing what a lot of coaches do. Can't do anything but sit there and watch. The other team's got the football, and Herschel's having a great night. And he's the lone setback. Carthen is flanked right, and now they're going to do some changing around here. They've got 2 tight ends in the ballgame, both Speck and Bowers. Let's see if he runs left, because that's where Carthen is. He's going to run left. Carthen's over there. We know it. He knows it, and he still gets down and near the goal line. And it's going to be 3rd down and very short yardage to go.
Boy, it looked like that they didn't overshift that defense enough. Corker was in on the play. Here's the toss out to Herschel. Now, this is supposed to go wide, but Bussey is to the outside, number 8 being blocked by Carthen, and then the fill comes in with Bessalou, number 47, on the bottom of the pile, and they stop him at the 1. This is where they go up over the top. Herschel over the top.
Bessalou stays on the field. Banaszak came in as a 4th down lineman. This is 3rd down. Herschel loves to do just what you said, Paul, the dive. He's got it, let's dive, he's got it, and there's a touchdown. How do you stop it? You know it, I knew it, they knew it.
Well, Grant couldn't stop it, number 55, the linebacker, and Herschel just gets his footing. He gets to about the 2-yard line, 1.5-yard line, and up over the top.
2 touchdowns tonight, 18 on the year rushing the ball, 19 altogether. and he's already run for 100 yards. That's 9 in a row. 111 yards. This is his second touchdown.
Well, the offensive line, they're blowing him out. Now, all he's doing is following Carthen. Once he gets to the line of scrimmage, he's about the 1.5-yard line, up over the top. That's about an 8. Give him about an 8 on that.
Roger Ruzek, Partridge to hold to try to make it a 14-7 ball game, which he does. How about that? For the 12th time this year, Herschel Walker has had a 100-yard game, and for the 9th straight time, it's 14-7. New Jersey leads. But Memphis will get the ball, and they've got 1:09 to go still in this first half. To go, Ruzek to kick it off, and Henry Williams, the man standing back on about the 2-yard line. Great speed, but he's not having a good night tonight. 2 penalties against him. He'll let this go into the end zone, covered, make sure it goes out of the end zone. It'll come out to the 20-yard line. So Memphis with 1:09 to go will have the ball on their own 20-yard line. They're down by 7 before a good crowd. At a streak that New Jersey is very proud of. After all, they've won 11 in a row here, and 14 of the last 15, and at the moment they lead by 7. And now back to football here at the Meadowlands in New Jersey, in sight of downtown Newark and New York City. First down, Memphis. They trail by 7. Kelly's 8 for 10 for 98 yards. That's 7 running plays on first down and 6 passing plays on first down. Now it's going to be 7 apiece if he gets it away. Dumps it over here to Crawford. Crawford is across the 30. That'll stop the clock. Well, he steps out of bounds also. Stop the clock now until they snap the ball again as they move the ball to the 39.
He got 2 good blocks downfield. One by Mosier, one by Parker.
Here or there, loving New Jersey, as we were saying, 11 straight at home where they've outscored their opponents. The 4 tonight by 72 points, whereas on the road, that's a different story. They've been outscored by nearly 30 points. Crawford stays in. It is Rao, the tight end, that comes out. Ball at the 39-yard line, and Bradley's the man wide to the right. Moses flanked inside him. Crawford's over here on the left. First down. Kelly. Look out, and there down is James Lockett for a sack. That is the second time that he's been sacked tonight, meaning Kelly. Kelly hasn't been sacked too many times, but that's the second already tonight. Timeout called by Memphis. That leaves them 1.
Second timeout.
Well, they're going with 4 down linemen, New Jersey, 2 linebackers, and 5 defensive backs, and the 4 down linemen are doing the job on the 5 offensive linemen of Memphis.
It'll be second down and 20 with 57 seconds to go on the ball at the 29-yard line. Herschel Walker, what a year. Houston, Portland, Memphis, Orlando. These are all consecutive games, and the last 9 games in a row that he has gone better than 100 yards, including the tops at Houston, 233. And here he's got 111 already. Now that's 12 for the season in 15 ball games and 9 in a row.
How about Jacksonville? 29 carries, 169 yards, and the unscored touchdown. That seems kind of weird, doesn't it?
Baltimore, 29 carries, no touchdowns. You know, he's got a couple already.
The thing about Herschel in New Jersey, especially now with Flutie out, you know that he's going to carry the ball. Carthen's only carried the ball twice, and you still can't stop him. What it tells you is that their offensive line is playing extremely well, and Herschel runs very well.
Well, Pepper said we've been practicing tackling freight trains all week. Couldn't do that either. He said, now we got to get Herschel. And here's the draw play, and that is Parker trying to get something, and he gets 8 or 9 yards. They've got one more timeout, but they're going to go to the hurry-up offense as Crawford is coming in. And there's a New Jersey man down, and so that will stop the clock. And that's good for Memphis and bad for New Jersey. Number 1, they've stopped the clock, and number 2, they've got a man hurt. And is that Lockett? That is Lockett down there, the man that's had a sack just moments ago. Well, Paul, you'd say it's Herschel Walker. We don't know whether Doug Flutie's going to be back or not with that sprained shoulder. Otherwise, it will be up to Ron Reeves.
All right, we're going to try and see if we can find Lockett. There he comes in. He's diving into the inside. It looks like he got kneed in the head by his own man.
By the way, at halftime, we've got a special feature coming up, and that is on running quarterbacks. And I'm sure that within that feature, Doug Flutie has won. But Doug Flutie is not playing at this moment. He's not come back out of the dressing room. We may see him after the half. We'll certainly have an update. And there's Walter Lewis. Walter Lewis simply has the best rushing average on Memphis, 8.3 yards per carry. He's got the longest run on the Memphis squad, 43 yards. And he is a running quarterback.
I would like to see Walter Lewis as a running back.
But Walter Lewis doesn't want to be a running back.
I don't care what Walter wants. Walter's going to be a running back someday.
Memphis will tell you there's no finer man, no better leader than Walter Lewis. But Mike Kelly, dropped back, more classic-type passer, and with a notable exception of last week, has gotten the job done. Lockett is getting up.
Well, he's going to get kneed in the head. And is that Joyce that knees him? I'm just trying to look for... No, it's not Joyce. Looks like Daniels. Right there, it's Daniels 24. You see where it catches him right on the side of the head. He's up. He's all right. That's good to see.
All at the 39, 14-7 New Jersey, but they have lost their quarterback at least for the rest of this half. He may be back, Doug Flutie. And Memphis trying to get something on the board in the remaining 42 seconds of this first half. But it is third down, 11. Kelly. Got time. Flag is down, and Kelly is down. That's Mattiace that got him down, but a flag is down way downfield here. And now, there goes over number 67, Luis Sharp, to bump somebody, and now he's throwing a punch at somebody, and Sharp better watch himself or he'll be out of the game. And if he's out of the game, that's their best offensive lineman.
Well, Luis Sharp went after, was it Mattiace?
I think because Mattiace was going after his quarterback. I'm not sure that that's the sequence, but Mattiace is the man who got to the quarterback. But the flag originally thrown, Paul, was way down here about the, well, it's still down at the 49-yard line, way downfield.
Holding. Number 37.
That's
defense. First down.
First down.
You know, I like what the officials did here. They could have thrown the flag up and called a double foul if they wanted to. Here's Holmes. So watch. Remember I told you Crawford told the official that Holmes is holding him? Look at the shirt. He's got him right by the shirt, and he had already warned the official. That's holding. Look at Crawford.
He's pushing him off, trying to get away. So that's the first down. 38 seconds to go. Move the sticks out to the 44-yard line. Still in Memphis territory.
I'll tell you too much of the smarts of Holmes when Crawford came out and told the official a few plays ago that the man is holding me. Then he goes ahead and holds him anyway.
There's Kelly. Across the middle. Look out. Boy, that's... Woo! To catch one of them Crawford did, he's put down immediately by Justin and Johnson. And it's second down.
Well, now they got to take their... Do they have to take their final timeout? No, they're not. They're going to do it on the ball. They didn't have the ball to mark it. Now the official will move it up.
Second down. Lots to go. Less than 20 seconds to go, Paul.
Tyrone McGriff's in the game.
They're going to run the ball. That is Ricky Porter. And the flag goes down again with 10 seconds to go.
Well, we're going to have holding on Rao, number 83, I believe. And he was holding Byrne, number 74.
Paul, I see it. There are several problems on this field. Number one, there's a plus for New Jersey in that Herschel Walker plays for them and has outstanding blocking and everything else. There's a minus, and we don't know if Doug Flutie's coming back. There's a minus for Memphis. Their offensive line hasn't been doing that good a job on that New Jersey defensive line.
Well, remember now, Jim, last week, the problem with Memphis was their offense. They did not generate much offense at all. They moved the ball inside the between the 20s, but once they got down, the interceptions came.
Generals by 7. Memphis has been penalized 50 yards in this first half. Kelly has his man, and that was Preston that almost intercepted the ball, and that stops the clock with 7 seconds to go. Preston, the leading tackler on the team, he's got 3 interceptions out of Central State in Oklahoma, second-year man. This is what Walter Michaels just loves this, because he loves defense. Oh, here
comes Parker limping off, and another Memphis man, Jay Hayes, number 93, a defensive lineman, went into the locker room.
Let us remind you that Flutie is in the locker room. We understand they're still saying just a sprained shoulder. No word about x-rays or results, though. Just simply saying still a sprain. And over here, the ball is thrown out, and that is quarter, and that is the end of the half. So, Herschel Walker got 2 touchdowns. Tim Spencer got 1. That's the story of the first half, plus the injury to Doug Flutie. But we will have the feature at halftime about running quarterbacks plus all of the day's sports news. And we'll come back with the second half here to, well, a good crowd at Meadowlands in New Jersey. We've completed one half of our Saturday Night Football on ESPN. 14-7, New Jersey leads.
No, he's not playing with those pads.
Somebody's not playing with pads.
Timeout. Yeah, okay. Memphis, that's their first timeout.
Bessalou is coming over, along with Hammond.
There's something about his pads. Now, Bessalou is on the side, or not his, is it his pads?
Or Hammond's, I'm not sure. They're both standing there on the sideline.
I can't help it. Hey, if I don't do it, I don't know.
He said, I can't help it, but we can help you. We'll take time out till we get it all straightened out. Third down 7, 14:60 to go, third quarter, 14-7, New Jersey leads, and we'll come right back. A change for Memphis at left cornerback. Mossy Cade not playing tonight with that ankle injury. Ray Odoms out of the Canadian Football League, the University of Alabama, where he did not play college football. He's a 10-year veteran from the CFL, number 32. He is now your left cornerback for Memphis.
Well, they have 5 defensive backs in there. Fox is still in there. Bussey's still in there. Coleman's in there. Bessalou's in there. So they have 5 defensive backs.
Odoms is playing the corner, though. He's got a lot more speed than has Fox. Whoops, a little confusion between Harmon and Walker. Third down, remember, 7 to go. And Reeves back to throw, and Reeves gets out and throws the ball on one hop, intended for his tight end Bowers, and that's 4th down.
Clark and Clancy right there. Defensive ends pinching in, forced Reeves up.
And now, trailing 14-7, Partridge will kick the ball away to Henry Williams.
Isn't that an interesting series? 3 plays and Herschel never touches the ball.
After 111 yards and 2 touchdowns in the first half.
Well, the first play, Reeves called an audible to the pass.
His intentions could have been right. Rushes on. Partridge gets the ball away. High. Williams. No fair catch called at the 28-yard line. And no place to go, but he's got speed to get outside, and he does get outside for a few yards and completely out of bounds. And they'll take over at the 33-yard line. And 13:58 to go, third quarter. There is a 14-7 score here with New Jersey leading. And now Mike Kelly will try to generate something from his own 33. Doug Flutie's replacement, Ron Reeves, on the sidelines. We understand that Doug did not want to go to the hospital. I guess he figures the x-rays show it, I can wait. Story and frustration, Memphis is averaging nearly 7 yards on first down plays, 16 of them. They've had penalties for 50 yards, 2 for 6 on third down conversions, and they've had 2 sacks for 20 yards. So they get off to a good start normally, and then things bog down. They trail by 7 from a 33, down and out. That's Derek Crawford, and he gets from the 33 to about the 37-yard line, and that is all. Jerry Holmes takes him out of bounds. That is 2nd down and 6.
In that first half, according to our stats man here, that Memphis on first down, Jim, they were averaging 6 yards per play.
6.8.
Almost 7 yards per play. First down has been well for them. Second and third, they haven't been able to do much.
Doug Flutie apparently is walking back on the field there, and you can see that left shoulder and arm are tucked in. As Spencer takes the ball out to the 40-yard line, it'll be 3rd down and 3. So Flutie's coming back, but it could be that this season is over. And we caution you that these are x-rays in the dressing room, but they've got outstanding x-ray equipment, and they have orthopedic surgeons right there to take a look at him. And the reading is he's got a busted clavicle.
If there's anything good about it, it is his left shoulder and not his throwing arm. If that's good.
Williams comes in. Third down and short. Leonard Williams has been used sparingly, but Kelly dropped the ball and gets on the ball. It's 4th down. Kelly had 2 of those last week, pulling away and losing the ball. Will Coakley is now back on the sidelines, and you can see, well, we saw him on the sidelines absolutely furious. He knew something was bad, and apparently it's so bad he's through for the year. That is the word we received.
It is so frustrating. You work all year long, and you're going to go to the playoffs, possibly go to the playoffs, and then something like this happens.
And Miller to kick the ball away to Danny Knight. And over in, Knight at the 22-yard line. And now he's boxed in. Good play there. Knocked down. And we'll come back to the Meadowlands. New Jersey's got the ball, but remember, Ron Reeves is the quarterback, not Doug Moody. 14-7 the General.
On Fox. You think that's not a clip-in? That's right in front of the official. That's hitting above the waist from behind in the back.
They call it a legal block.
Illegal or legal?
Illegal. From the 28-yard line, first down. Generals lead 14-7. Herschel hadn't touched the ball until now in the second half, and he's not going to get much out of it. Maybe a yard, and that is all. Everybody was over there, including Mike Grant, who was filling in for Will Coakley. Reggie White, a nose tackle, was a defensive All-American in at Tennessee and later with these Showboats, has shown great ability tonight to come use his speed laterally one side or the other. He was in on that play, and of course to the other side, it was his tackle that put Flutie out of the game and maybe out for the rest of the season.
Well, what the Memphis defensive line must do, Jim, is take on the blockers now. Don't start catching the offensive line. Disrupt the blocking pattern. Let the linebackers do the work.
Second down 9. The blitz was on, but it's a running play with Walker, and he gets a couple of yards only, and it's going to be third down and long. They actually had Hammond blitzing on the play. Check that. That was Grant blitzing on the play, and Hammond back in on the tackle, and White again was over there. So it's third down and 5.
Well, what I was saying is you got 3 down linemen, okay, and what happens now, they're bringing Banaszak in and they're going to 4 down linemen, but the linemen should take on the blockers and don't catch, take on the blockers, let the linebackers do the mop-up work on Herschel.
4 down linemen, 5 defensive backs. Reeves to throw. Reeves does throw, and the pass is complete, and that's a first down, and that is Sam Bowers put down by Barney Bussey, but there's a flag down at the 31-yard line.
I think we're going to have holding. They almost ripped Clancy.
Holding. 58. Offense.
That's Kent Hall, who's played every single game the Generals have played. There was some question about him playing tonight because of his ankle, but he's in there and has been charged with the holding.
Jim, that was a nice pass by Reeves. Now, let's take a look. Hall is the man, and you think that's holding right there on Clancy?
Right.
How about this? They almost ripped Clancy's jersey off. But look at this pass by Reeves. Right on the numbers to Bowers. Bussey is there, but that was a perfect pass. And it was a first down. And now it's 3rd and 15.
There's another game going on tonight that, of course, we will keep track of. That's Tampa Bay in Orlando. Tampa Bay is 9-5 in the East also. 3rd and 15. Long count by Reeves. Going to throw. Walker's out there, and he's putting it out to Walker. And Walker's not going to get anywhere near the first down. And it's 4th down, and they'll have to kick the ball away. And that's going to be the question tonight. With Walker, their main and perhaps 90% of their offense normally, and now nearly 100%, will they be able to move the football?
Boy, Fox made a great play, Jim. The corner man on that play, he came up. Mike Fox went through the blockers and made the tackle on Herschel.
That's Henry Williams standing on the 30-yard line, and that's Rick Partridge to kick the ball away. High. Williams is not calling for the fair catch at the 26. Oh, hello there. A lot of folks are there, and down he goes at the 26. No yardage at all on the punt return. A 47-yard kick, outstanding coverage. 9:35 to go, 3rd quarter. The Generals lead Memphis 14-7. Memphis has the ball at their own 26. Our score is 14-7, but that other game, Tampa Bay and Orlando, are you ready? Remember, New Jersey in overtime beat Tampa Bay last week. Look at this. First quarter, Orlando 20. Tampa Bay 9-5 before tonight, at one time the best record in either conference. Nothing. First down from the 26, Memphis. Kelly. What does he have time? And he finds Crawford first down, 41-yard line. Neat things you can do when you got the time, isn't it?
Well, you hit it right on the head, and that time Kelly had all the time because there were 3 men covering on Crawford that time, and we're going to see Crawford. First of all, that's Justin. Now, he's going to release to the safety because he knows he has help. He has help on the outside. Preston's going to come across. There's Justin, Preston, and another defensive back. I think it was Johnson, number 27, that were all there. But when you have that much time, you can find an open receiver.
Ball at the 42-yard line. Herschel Walker has already rushed for 100 yards for the 12th time this year for the 9th consecutive time. Kelly still got the ball, and there's a man open, Rao, but he cannot hold on to it. Now with Flutie out of there, remember next week, New Jersey gets Jacksonville, then they've got to go to Oakland, and then they get Birmingham.
Well, have you noticed what Kelly's doing now this second half, Jim, on his pass plays? Play action pass. Running play action pass to kind of hold the linebackers and the defensive line. Now they've got to take a look, because when you run a play action pass, it looks almost like a run.
Well, they're still playing 4 down linemen, New Jersey. And the offensive line has done the job thus far, and there's Williams stumbling out for a few yards near the 45-yard line. 2 big injuries tonight, to Coakley of Memphis, to Flutie of New Jersey, but the game is still on the field with 8:15 to go, third quarter, 14-7 New Jersey. Moser comes in and waves Gerald Bradley to stay in. Out comes Leonard Williams, so on 3rd down and 8, they will go with 3 wide receivers. And Rao, the tight end, is an outstanding receiver.
That's the man you look for.
They got Moser, Crawford this side, Bradley other side, and Rao is set up on the far side.
Preston will be covering Rao.
Kelly at the time, and there's Moser, and Moser does not have the first down. He is put down by Gregory Johnson and Terry Justin. And so it's 4th down and 2, and on comes Jim Miller to kick it away again.
If you're going to catch the ball coming across the middle, you're going to pay for it. Watch Justin. Going to hit that arm right in the head. Now, if they wanted to, you could have made a call there. You think?
I think. Here's Miller, played with the 49ers, with the Cowboys. Went to school at Ole Miss down in Oxford. Memphis has had but 1 drive, that capped by Tim Spence's 6-yard touchdown. High, and maybe an outstanding kick, depending on where they mark it. That may come out, let's see, bringing it out past the 10, the 15. He's still walking, and it come out. That's just as good as a kick in the end zone. Comes out to the 20-yard line.
Well, and I've said this many times, I don't understand why a right-footed kicker, Jim, kicks the ball to the right-hand side of the field.
Orlando leading Tampa Bay tonight, 20-0. They'll get Memphis Friday at Memphis, and that'll be here on ESPN at 8 o'clock. And even if Memphis doesn't pull it out, it'd be a bigger shock to go to the dressing room and find what Orlando's done. Now, that is either Picasso drawing or a play in football.
That's a play, and everybody knows what they're supposed to do, I think.
Ron Reeves, the quarterback, with Flutie injured. And the up man is Parker. And he's taken on by Hammond, and it's going to be 2nd down and 9. Good crowd, but they always draw well here. Donald Trump, the owner of the New Jersey Generals, pacing back and forth, liking what he sees of Herschel Walker, his 111 yards in the first half. Maybe wondering why Walker's not carrying the ball before. Remember, Trump has been very vocal. There was a game when Walker hardly carried the ball at all. He wanted him to carry him, and he's now won off 9 straight games of 100 yards or better. And here's Walker, and getting to the outside, and he's got the first down. wrestled down across the way, but he's got the first down. Coleman and Veselu took him down, but the ball is across the 30-yard line.
Jim, the fault lies on a play like that. We see Flutie walking back and forth. His arm is in a sling. But the fault is to the outside linebacker on this play. Now, see, Carthen goes up in and he blocks. But take a look at the outside linebacker. That's Corker. He gets himself caught inside on stroke number 66, where he should be to the outside. Because now you're seeing the corners and the safeties coming up to make the tackle. That's the outside linebacker's responsibility.
First down from the 31. And there's Walker again, dragged down from behind. That is a good effort there, isn't it? Let's make sure we find out who that is getting up. That is a linebacker, number 53, John Corker. This time he's inside and makes the play.
Well, he came down. When he sees the guard on his side pull, Jim, then he can go down. The only problem with that is if that quarterback runs a bootleg or they run some type of reverse off of that action, that linebacker is gone and there's nobody back to the outside.
You know, New Jersey's just about forgotten their wide receivers tonight. They've thrown to Broughton once for a catch. Collins has dropped the ball. But other than that, they've been little short passes and mostly running by this man, Herschel Walker. And there he goes again. First down across the 45. Bussey, Veselu in on the stop with Coleman. And he keeps rolling up those yards.
And everybody talks about Herschel Walker. He is a great back, no question about it. But just take a look at this offensive line. They are blocking. What you're seeing here is the block by Hall and Stroh. They block him right at the line of scrimmage. Hammond, the linebacker, number 54, went up his own man's back, opens up the hole. Instead of sliding down the line of scrimmage to meet Herschel Walker, he gave himself away.
Well, he is their offense, has been, and with Flutie gone, he's got 140 yards already tonight. And he's going to have a chance to get some more. And he's going to get some more. Not much more. Whoops! I'm wrong again. And Bussey bops him out of bounds. Another first down. So he's now at about 153 yards on the night.
He just ran away from Clancy, Sam Clancy. I think that's number 90 on the outside. Take a look at it. Here comes Carthen blocking there. Clancy is going to come across. Right there, he's got his arms around. That's when you said, well, he's over with. Wrong. Veselu comes in. He misses the tackle also. Herschel just gets out of bounds. Bussey knocks him. Well, actually, Herschel's running out of bounds. He's amazing.
Well, Clancy at 6'7", 260. I thought when he had his arms around him, that was it. But I was wrong, and so he was too. That's right. 14-7 New Jersey. They're driving on and running at Walker, but this is Carthen here, and he gets a few yards. Now, you know, around this league, without Flutie, that's a big dimension taken away. And talk about pressure. Talk about the pressure on Herschel Walker. There's Walt Michaels. He's got injury problems of his own that will require orthopedic surgery at the end of the season. Back is very uncomfortable. From the 39-yard line, second down, 8. Long count, check off by Reeves. And the result is he's going to give it to Walker, and Walker goes down. Up top, that was Mike Grant. Pursuing down the line with him was Carlton Rose. Pepper Rogers, his team, after all, is number 2 in defense. The Stallions of Birmingham are number 1. And he knows Herschel's going to run, but Herschel's doing a lot of damage. 155 yards so far.
The man that did not make the tackle that time was John Corker, but John Corker did the one smart thing. He just rode his man that was trying to block him to the outside and forced Herschel to cut back into the pursuit. Now they didn't over-pursue that time.
5 defensive backs again on third down and 6.
Herschel's up as a tight end.
But Reeves is rolling this way, putting it out here for Bowers, the tight end. Bowers looked inside, the ball went outside, it's fourth down.
Jim, it was a rollout. Sam Bowers, you've got to blame Sam on this play because he was coming to the outside. He was the man, he was going to catch the ball, and Reeves is on a rollout. Now, look, he's looking and rolling. You see the line is blocking well. Now, watch where Bowers is looking. To the inside. If he looks to the outside, that's where the ball is.
And now Ruzick is going to try a 54-yard field goal.
This ought to be a dart.
He is 0 for 1 over 50 yards.
Memphis, they don't know what to do. They got too many guys on the field. They don't have enough now. They only have 10.
2, 4, 6, 8. You're right. 54 yards out. Is it good? Is it bad? It is no good.
You talk about mass confusion.
It is still 14-7, and it'll be good field position for the Memphis Showboats. And it's got to be Mike Kelly to get something going. Here's Ruzick.
Does he know right away?
No, he's not quite sure whether it's going to go, and now he knows that it didn't go. So 3:08 will go away. Ball at the 37-yard line. Mike Kelly, Memphis coming back. They haven't generated any offense now in about 2 games and a half. They're trailed 14-7. Now let's see what he can do from the 37 with the first down. Good crowd, balmy night, good ball game, but 2 bad injuries. One to Coakley of Memphis and the other to Flutie of New Jersey. It's 14-7 New Jersey. Memphis has the ball. First down at the 37. 3 minutes and counting to go in the third quarter. And here's Williams trying to get outside, and he's being dragged down by John Miller, the linebacker on that side. And that is a loss of a couple of yards. Miller says, I got the football, but they're going to give it back to Memphis.
Louis Sharp is their left tackle, number 67, and he's blocking on Byrne, number 74. Just take a look. What he wants to do, he's actually trying to get through and cuts him at the legs. That's a good block at that point. Just a few other people forgot to block, and that's why there's a 2-yard loss.
I think you know that Louis Sharp was the number 1 draft choice of the Cardinals and made the NFL All-Rookie team while playing with the Cardinals. Born in Cuba, stayed there for the first 6 years of his life. He came to the States and went to UCLA. Second down, 11 to go. Ball just over the 35-yard line, and Tom White is now calling in one of his officials from downfield to check on something.
Well, there's only 12 seconds on
the play clock. And when you step up there should be 30. Now they're starting it again. Here's Kelly. Whoops. Down he goes, and that is Frank Mattiace.
Jim, at the speed Mattiace was coming, I don't think anyone touched him. And he is a defensive lineman. He had a direct shot at Kelly, and as soon as he turned around and set up, let's take a look at 75. There's the deal. Byrne goes to the inside. Here comes Mattiace. I was right. Nobody touched the right tackle. They had a deal between the 2 tackles. He went around, and the guard on the right-hand side didn't pick him up. That would have been Smith.
3rd and 19. Third sack for Kelly for 28 yards this time. And here goes Leonard Williams. He's not going to get nearly enough back, and they're going to have to kick the ball back with 1:35 and counting. Again, Mattiace in on the tackle. Oh my, flags on the far side of the field.
Well, they're going to get Rowe, number 83, for smacking Preston in the head with a shot. This is going to cost 15 more.
They put him way back in the hole. They have really made some big errors tonight on both sides. Holmes did the same kind of thing for New Jersey.
Foul, unnecessary roughness, number 83.
Mark Rao.
Offense.
Will they call it after the play and tack it on, or what? Apparently not, because they're showing them their options.
Jim, we're seeing something for 2 weeks in a row now. Remember, going into last week's game against Portland, they were 4 wins in a row, Memphis, and they were on a roll. Playing well.
33 points against Denver, 38 against Birmingham, 38 against Tampa Bay.
And then now they're making dumb mistakes, offensively and special teams.
Jim Miller, as they refuse a penalty, kicks the ball away. And that is Danny Knight. Oh, good kick. Back all the way to the 21-yard line. And he is in trouble there. And, oops, he breaks out of trouble. Knight is showing good ability as a punt returner. Gets the ball all the way back to the 43-yard line.
Mike Fox, what a great... Mike Fox has had the first shot at him and missed him, and he's the man that comes back. And you talk about hustle on a defensive player. Watch, number 29 is right there. Now, he's going to miss the first tackle, right? Watch who makes the tackle. You think Fox gives up? Here he comes. He's coming after Knight, going for the ball, makes the tackle. Good hustle.
That is Miller's kicking when you saw the result. First down, 43-yard line. Even without Doug Flutie, New Jersey's holding onto the ball, and this Herschel Walker, and he may have lost a half a yard on that particular play. And you can see that Reggie White is the man.
All right, here's Miller. He got good height. Look at the extension, and then all of a sudden he gets hammered. Now you got to understand something. Once the kicker comes down on the ground, he can be blocked.
On the 43, second down. They called it no gain. Collins to the left, Broughton to the right. As we said, they're the forgotten men, but they never caught a lot of passes this year anyway. Only 37 between them, and they're the two starting wide receivers.
And the corners, you got to check off. The corners are 10 yards off.
There's Walker. Walker gets out to the 48-yard line, where it'll be third down and about 4. Grant makes the stop, but remember, with the corners 10 yards off, before tonight, Broughton had 17 catches. Before tonight, Terrence Collins had 20 catches. So even with Flutie in there, they'd not been throwing to the wideouts that much. Well, we've gone through a scoreless third quarter, but New Jersey leads by the score of 14-7 without Doug Flutie. Back in a moment. Jim Simpson, Paul McGuire, along with $45,682 paid tonight at the Meadowlands. And we begin the fourth quarter. There's Walter Lewis. He's been warming up. Whether or not he will come in, Kelly is 14 of 18 for 162 yards and no interceptions. But they've only got 7 points, and of course he did manufacture something last week. But that will be decided by the coaches later. Right now it's third down and 5 for New Jersey at the 48-yard line. Gives it to Carthen, and he's going to get the first down. Keying on Herschel Walker, and the quick drop by Reeves hands the ball off to Maurice Carthen, first down. Remember the 21-18 at Memphis, New Jersey was the winner there. They had 3 minutes to go in the ball game, and Memphis had a chance, but they never got the ball away from New Jersey, as Herschel Walker just ran and ran and ran. Well, we've got almost a quarter left. They can't get the ball now. And when they do get something, they haven't been able to do much with it.
Well, that's why I think they're going to go with Walter Lewis, just to make a change.
Walker, a flanker. That's the 13th first down. I'll give it to Carthen again. And he is going to be popped, and a flag went down.
That's got to be holding.
Carthen got maybe a yard on the play, but flags are flying before he went down.
You can bet you take this.
Oh, yeah.
Holding. Number 89. Offense.
Make it first and 20.
And Bowers.
And Walter Lewis continues to throw. To Bradley. Let's make the guess that he'll be in.
Well, what I'm saying is, even Kelly is 14 of 18, 162 yards. In this second half, Jim, they have not been able to move the ball at all. So it just maybe a quick change. See Walter Lewis, we know he can throw the ball. The problem is that sometimes with 33 sacks when he was playing, he'd eat the ball too many times instead of throwing the ball away.
Remember, he is their most dangerous runner they have. So he could also give them that added dimension.
Corker's offside.
First down and 20, no flag called. Herschel Walker with the ball, breaking tackles. Herschel's going to get that first down back and more. Bumped out of bounds way downfield by Mike Fox. First and 20, and Walker just keeps blazing away, and that keeps New Jersey in the game, out in front, and in great field position.
Another 200-yard night for Herschel. Forget the 100-yard line. Watch this. Now, this play is designed to go to the right on the screen, the left of the offense. Now, watch what happens. The blocking's there, the over-pursuing. White misses him, and here goes Herschel backing against the grain. Fox is going to run him out of bounds. Actually, Herschel ran out of room himself.
184 yards for Herschel Walker. 14-7 the score, and here come the New Jersey Generals again. Herschel's out of there for the moment. Harmon takes a step. Now gets set again. And Harmon tried to telegraph he's going to carry that ball, didn't he?
Did you see Rose come down in? There's a flag down on the play.
Holding. 58. Offense.
That's called for the second time.
Yeah, well, you want to see somebody get hammered. Rose comes down the line. Here comes Carthen. Harmon's going to get the ball. Watch this. Here's Rose. Harmon hits him, spins back in. Now watch what happens. Harmon also runs right into his back because Rose didn't know where he was. Carthen can block.
Take the ball back to the 38-yard line. First down and 20. For those of you who may not have heard, we've said it a lot, but it's the big story. Doug Flutie is hurt. The X-rays in the dressing room say a fractured clavicle. If that is so, we unexpert medical people say that it is through for the season, regular season minimum.
Herschel's back.
Who's got the ball? Herschel's got the ball, and a few yards this time, and it's good play by Sam Clancy, who once was drafted by the Phoenix Suns. Such a good basketball player he was. And last week we saw him kept batting the ball back into the face of Stanky, the starter for Portland. He's got 7 deflections, and he's a defensive lineman. There is Flutie.
Herschel's taking himself out of the game.
And in comes Clarence Harmon again. Had 6 good years with the Redskins. He was their third down man, much as Doug Dennison and a few other people have been around the league and with that kind of reputation. And this is second down and long, and nothing there for Carthen. But he is dragged down. And now, I guess the fans are on New Jersey because Herschel isn't carrying the ball.
No, Herschel took himself out. I think what they want is they want him to throw the ball.
Well, here comes Herschel back in. Carthen has gained 29 yards on 7. Banaszak comes back in defensively as a down lineman, 4th down lineman, and Ray Odoms comes in as a 5th defensive back. Well, they've almost, I've said it so many times, Paul, they've almost forgotten those wide receivers.
Where they like to go to Herschel, too, and he's heading on down through the middle.
3rd down and 16. Reeves back to throw. Oh, look at this. Wide open. And a good hit put on by Bessalou on Collins. That would have been a first down. Don Bessalou really clobbered Clarence Collins.
You talk about perfect timing, Jim. Bessalou just timed that. He knew he had no chance for the interception. So what he's going to do is he's going to take the head off the wide receiver, Collins, number 82. Take a look at this shot. Perfect timing. Ball touches, Bessalou touches.
Ruzick will now try a 51-yard field goal. He missed a 54-yard field goal in the 3rd quarter. Has not hit one over 50 all year long. 4th down, 14-7 New Jersey, and the ball is up in the air, and it is good from 51 yards out. Ruzick goes up. He's kicked his longest field goal of the season, and it is a 17-7 game, and Walter Lewis or Mike Kelly, with 11:45 to go, Memphis has its work cut out for it.
A lot of leg in this ball. Ruzick really hit it. Head down, follow through. He knows, he knows.
Probably thinking all the time, Paul, heck, this isn't as long as the last one I tried. I got enough leg for that, and he did. It's New Jersey by 10, Memphis in trouble. Does not look as though Mike Kelly is going to be benched. Walter Lewis has taken off his helmet. Kelly has his on. Williams standing back deep on the 1-yard line as Ruzick, freshman at 51-yard field goal, kicks off. And here's Williams tracking the ball down, and they're going to let it go. Is it going to go in the end zone? Yes. How about that? They wanted it to go out of bounds so they'd have their option of where to take it or make them kick it again from a 30-yard line, but the ball took the hop into the end zone and come out to the 20. So no big play there. And yes, Kelly is the quarterback coming back on the field. We told you he had great statistics. Only problem is they've only got 7 points. Now that defense, the pride of Walt Michaels, although only number 9 in the league, will try to hold Memphis down some more.
Okay, now that New Jersey's back to their basic 3-4 defense.
Crawford right, Moser left. There's Kelly. Oh, this is here for Crawford, and he cannot get to it. Pushing from behind was Kerry Justin, the cornerback on the play. It's 2nd down 10.
That pass, you talk about perfect pass, Jim. That went right off the hands of Crawford. Now they're bringing Bradley on. Rao comes on.
Crawford comes out. Shirt comes out. 2nd down and 10. Can't mark that up against Mike Kelly.
No, that ball went right off of Crawford's hands. That was a perfect pass.
Bradley left and Moser right.
Now they go back to Moser's side.
Back, has has his man wide open, Williams, for about 6 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 3. Second quarter score, Orlando 20, Tampa Bay nothing. And remember, Tampa Bay came in very much in the Eastern Conference race 9-5, with Birmingham leading at 10-4. There's the score. Orlando, they got all 20 points in the first quarter.
Joyce, number 47, is a linebacker. Now watch, his man is going to be, it's a zone cover. He sees the back in there. Holmes comes in, Joyce comes in, they cover. That's a 6-yard play. He could take those things all night.
Kelly 15 of 20, several have been dropped. Spencer's got the only Memphis touchdown. Walker's got both of them for New Jersey. It's Kelly throwing out here. There's the good catch made by a man who makes good catches, Greg Moser. That's his 3rd catch of the night. That's a first down at the 33-yard line. By the way, Paul, you well know we will be down in Birmingham next week. So it's going to be a short week for Birmingham. They get Houston, which you'll see Monday night here on ESPN, and then they come right back next Saturday night with Baltimore.
You know, it's in Birmingham, don't you?
Yes, I know. Right down the road.
Right down the road. Land of the Ribs.
Land of the Ribs. Hey, the folks from Memphis are challenging us. They say they got a place in Memphis. We'll check it out.
We will.
At the end of the season. Whoops. Now flags go down offside, but this is free play for Kelly and company. Throws it underneath to Williams, and they're going to want this play, I think, instead, because that's the first down. Instead of 1st and 5, they got a first down at the 49-yard line of the New Jersey Generals, put down there by Maurice Clemens.
Lockett, Jim, got himself caught. He was off balance, couldn't get himself back. As long as he doesn't touch an offensive lineman, he can come back.
Offside, 96, defense, penalty is declined, first down.
10:37 left, 17-7 New Jersey.
Watch 96 now. He's trying to get back, and he can't get his feet underneath him, and the ball was snapped. And Kelly, I think, knew at this point he had a free play, so he just went ahead with it, found Williams, picked up about 13 yards.
Mosier left, Crawford right. Crawford doesn't often do what you saw him do moments ago, drop a ball in his hand. He is a good receiver. Kelly, and they go back to Crawford again, and Crawford's there, and it is intercepted instead by Justin. And here he comes back, but they're saying he's down at the 4-yard line. So scratch all of this, and another flag goes down as there's a fight upfield. In the fight upfield, Sharp is in it. Bollinger is in it. But the ball is back at the 4. Byrne was also in it for New Jersey.
Lockett, I think, was in it too, but he got out of the way in a hurry. This is an old double dipper.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 96, New Jersey. After the play is over, they will keep the ball half the distance to the goal.
So they get it back to the 2-yard line. They'll start from the 2. Time is a factor, Paul. 10:09 to go with Memphis's offense. When they get the ball, have the ball, cannot move the ball.
Kelly that time just did not read the coverage, Jim. Now watch, Justin is there, but he also has help to the inside by number 27, Johnson. They're both there. That ball was thrown to Justin. Crawford had no chance at the ball. First of all, the ball should have been marked at the 6 instead of the 4. Then it would have moved the ball back to the 3 instead of the 2.
Gotcha.
I like it.
Oh, here comes New Jersey again. Herschel Walker, remember, was having a fabulous night, 184 yards at last look. He's lined up 7 yards deep in the end zone, and will try to get it out of there, and may have gotten a yard there, and that is all. But all of this takes time off the clock, and Memphis is down by 10 after winning 4 in a row, in danger of losing their 2nd in a row. And they go back to get Orlando next week, but that must be taken with a grain of salt because Orlando has Tampa Bay down 20-0 in the first half tonight.
Jim, now Memphis, they have 3 defensive backs. That's all they have in a game, and 4 linebackers.
Well, this time it is Carson who carries the football for not much, out to about the 5-yard line. Walker has 191 yards and 2 touchdowns. Now Orlando leads Tampa Bay 28-7. Anderson scored on a 5-yard drive, but then back came Orlando, and Flowers caught a 2-point conversion after the touchdown, and it's 28-7. Orlando's doing a job, Lee Corso's team. From the 5-yard line, 3rd down, remember, and 7 to go. Parker, the man inside again, leading the play. See who else you can see down the bottom there. And of course, Reggie White. Now, Parker's from the end zone. Sorry,
It was
Paul.
a situation, no, that where they've got a 10-point lead. I can understand that. But when you got on the 2-yard line like that, to run some kind of play-action pass and just throw the ball deep one time to the outside, but they didn't do it.
I want to get too anxious here and let him out of the hole. Partridge, wobbly kick. Henry Williams, 47-yard line. Looking for the split that. Oh, flag goes down again. Flag goes down again, and it may be thrown on Darrell Goodlow, number 57.
You know, the reason I'm laughing now, you got the ball at the 42-yard line, and you got a clip. Now it's going to move the ball back.
Illegal block.
Sure.
Above the waist in the back. Number 57.
That's good,
on the
Lo.
return team.
That takes it back 10 more. There is time left, 7:47 to go in the game, but it is 17 for New Jersey and 7 for Memphis. And they'll start this from within their own territory after the clip by Goodlow. Despite the penalty against Goodlow, which took it back 10 more yards, still outstanding field position for Memphis. Spencer has carried the ball only one time in this entire second half after having 44 yards in the first half. One time for 3 yards. He is in there now, along with Leonard Williams.
They'll throw short out here. Short, right there.
There's Crawford, and Crawford makes the good catch, and that's the first down. I believe that's the first down at the 43-yard line. Very close, right in front of Kerry Justin, who intercepted moments ago.
All right, you're going to have Justin covering, but he's also going to get help on the outside by Weddington, the linebacker. You see Weddington briefly in the picture. He's going to fly now because he's got the short. Watch where Kelly throws this. Over Weddington, in front of Justin to Crawford. First down.
Well, they haven't moved. Now they say first down.
See, here's the angle. You see Weddington trying to get out. Justin can't get there. He's actually one-on-one coverage with the corner with help from the linebacker in that area. In the short route, Weddington got stuck just a half second too long.
Now Moser comes to the side, and Crawford goes to the other.
Those are great stats, except for that interception.
Memphis has one more first down than does New Jersey, 15-14, but New Jersey's got 10 more points. Kelly throwing on nearly every down now, has a man and throws, and that's Spencer, who holds on to the ball at the 38-yard line. John Miller put the big hit on him, and that's a gain of about 5.
That's a 5-yard gain. Now, don't get greedy. You have time. There's 7 minutes to go in this ball game. You still have plenty of time. If you take those 5-yard patterns instead of worrying about throwing the ball way downfield, right now, New Jersey will give you the short stuff. They don't want the quick score.
John Miller, who is filling in for Bobby Leopold, is looking that right shoulder as though he took a pop on it, but he's staying in the game as an inside linebacker.
5 defensive backs now for New Jersey.
Play action pass and throw over here, and Crawford had gone inside, and the ball was thrown outside. And it's third down and 5.
I think what Crawford was doing, Jim, he was going into the inside and come back outside, but his feet got tangled up, and Kelly was throwing to a spot.
Rowell comes out, 3 wide receivers as Gerald Bradley checks back in. Crowd moments ago oohed and awed and cheered at the score that has Orlando way out in front of Tampa Bay, 28-7. 3 wide receivers. Spencer and Williams the backs. That's Williams with the football and not going anywhere.
Lockett was there, and also Byrne was there, and I think Byrne
took it out of his hands, but I don't know if they're going to allow it or not. Let's see which way they point. They are pointing that New Jersey got the ball.
Yeah, I don't know if it was Lockett, number 96, that pulled the ball out, or Byrne. They're both there. Here comes Williams right here. Now, there's Lockett. He's the guy, he's the man that pulls it out. Watch him just rip his arms clean.
Now, who gets it? That's Preston who gets it. Okay, Lockett whips it out. Preston drops on it. New Jersey's got the ball. That's the result, leading 70-7 late in the fourth quarter. Tell you what, 14 points against Portland last week, 7 thus far tonight. And look at the passing yardage for New Jersey, because Doug Flutie is hurt and may be out for the season. They're doing with Herschel Walker, Maurice Carthen, and a good defense. Memphis just can't get the ball in scoring position. Now here's Herschel again. Any kind of run at all, he's getting very close to the 200-yard mark.
Jim, you know, we went into this game, we talked about New Jersey, like they'll throw the ball anywhere between 15 and 20 times.
How many times? Two times?
They've completed 2 passes out of 7. They've thrown the ball 7 times.
Let's see, Reeves threw at least 1. Did Flutie throw it all?
Yeah, he threw the one in the end zone.
Okay, so it's 1, each threw 1, huh? That's it?
No, they're 2 for 7. They've thrown 7
I got
passes.
Completed.
Yeah, 7 passes in a ball game.
They don't need him because they've got this man here. Look at this. Look at this. Look at him just take Bessalou on and roll to the first down to the 40-yard line. And maybe at that 200-yard mark right now. He had a 233-yard game against Houston earlier this year. And now with that should have gone over 200 yards.
Jim, in that time, I'm going to blame the defensive end for not making it. That's 200. That's it, isn't it?
207.
207. I blame the defensive end because Corker, the linebacker, had a blitz to the inside. The defensive end, who was number 74, Clark, didn't get back to the outside, and Herschel ran that way.
Herschel's also carried the ball 28 times tonight, and virtually not at all early in the third quarter. 29 times, beg your pardon. One good spurt here, and he'll have the best day of this year. 233 was the best day, but they're doing what they did in the 21-18 ball game. Memphis needs the ball to score, obviously, and with Herschel running the ball, New Jersey's just running time off the clock.
Herschel, 29 times he run the ball. I think he lost 1 yard or a half a yard, didn't he? Pepper is not a happy man.
Could not be. 4 wins in a row against the teams Denver, Birmingham, Houston, Tampa Bay, and to come across with Portland, and now with New Jersey without Doug Flutie, who's out with a fractured clavicle. No offense, 21 points in the last 2 games.
Going to do something different here and give the ball to Herschel.
Oh, think so? No, there. Oh, Bowers dropped the ball, picks it up, and look at this. He's not going to get back, but that prevented possible disaster had they recovered that fumble. And why do you try that? Ask me. You answer. You're the professor.
I'm going to tell you.
Try a tight end around.
Michaels, he does not like razzle-dazzle plays. Take a look at his face over there. They called one. He's there going, no, not now. Here they're going to run a reverse. Here comes Bowers around, and the ball just, bang, right out of his arms. He didn't hold his arms right. He had his arms down, Jim, instead of giving him that pocket that you put it one arm up, one arm down. But watch what Sam does. He figured, well, I've got to run with it. I'm going. And I think Clark, number 74, is the man that made the tackle.
3:24 and counting on the play. And it's third down and 21. The time is running out on Memphis. Draw. This is Carthen carrying the ball. It's 4th down. 4th down. Herschel Walker creeping in on a 2,000-yard rushing mark, but he's done that before. He's only 33.
2,000 yards. O.J. Simpson did that.
Remember, he did that in the snow at the last game, the Jets game.
Oh, they got to get the... They must have an overabundance of toilet paper in New Jersey.
They sure throw a lot of it around.
I know they do.
2:46 to go. And it's a 10-point difference.
That's a great average. But the thing about it is the hang time. Partridge has had the ball up where Williams can't get a return. Now, it'd be amazing to see if Williams goes beyond that 10 yards to go back and return this ball.
Partridge also is the man that ran the ball in overtime against Tampa Bay last week for the winning touchdown after a bad snap on a field goal attempt. Tell you what, they're letting that time go down. Smart thing. Before calling for the snap, get as much time off the clock as they can. And Williams inside the 10 again. He fields the ball, and he's not going to go anywhere again. Well, from about the 12 with 2:09 to go, Memphis will try to overcome a 10-point deficit. They trail 17-7, and time is really running out on the Showboats. Now let us assess this. Should Memphis lose, they would be 8-7 and 3 games behind Birmingham. Carthen being talked to along the side. Oh, that's Clark Gaines talking to Carthen. Okay. But Memphis would be 3 games behind Birmingham, which still must play Houston Monday night. And by winning this, here's a 2-minute warning. The Generals will be 10-5 and put the pressure squarely on Birmingham, which plays Houston on Monday night, which you'll see on ESPN. But remember, the Generals have lost Doug Flutie. But there are the possibilities, probabilities. But there's still 2 minutes left, and we'll play those out when we come back to the Meadowlands. Jim Simpson, Paul McGuire. 2 minutes to go. The ball inside the 15 for Memphis. Kelly, 19 of 26 for 208 yards. Tim Spencer scored the only touchdown on a run. There's been 1 interception. Memphis, which is number 2 in the league in rushing, has rushed for only 87 yards tonight. Herschel Walker is over 200. So credit that defense. Here's the ball across the middle, and the ball is caught by Leonard Williams, and he picks up some yardage across the 15-yard line. That ball is dead where he went down. John Miller made the big hit. But the clock is continuing to run.
Yeah, they're walking around. You know, the ball's rolling around, and they haven't stopped the clock. We're down to 1:35 and counting.
So they went 30 seconds, Paul, for that one play before they get another play started. Now across the middle, sliding catch by Rao, who's bumped down. That will stop the clock to move the sticks. They're across the 35 to the 37-yard line.
Bradley in now. Rao, that was a great catch by Rao, and a nice throw by Kelly right down the middle. 1:25. They've got 2 timeouts left.
Guarantee it, Memphis will be glad to get back home for the final 3 games. Flag is down as the ball is caught on this side by Bradley at the 45-yard line. But a flag went down early, remember. It could be holding. Jim Byrne is saying it is against Memphis.
Illegal formation.
Nope.
Offense.
It is against Memphis, but not holding.
Still first down.
Well, you wonder about this. Portland does not have a great defense, but Memphis only got 14 points, largely due to 6 interceptions. There have been turnovers tonight, but only a couple by Memphis and 1 by New Jersey, and yet there are only 7 points on the scoreboard.
Well, they got to take a good hard look at this offense, because like first down and you're picking up 6 and 7 yards, and then trying to run the ball against New Jersey, who was geared for the run. Johnson, the safety man, number 27, is playing some 25 yards off the ball, Jim. He's in center field. You're not going to get a long one. Now he's coming up.
Memphis has also been penalized for 65 yards. Here's Kelly, and he is going to run the ball, and this will do some good if he doesn't get hurt. Gets the first down. Flags go down. That'll get him another 10 at least. Daniels apparently spearing, so they'll add something, and that'll give another chance, but we'll check on the clock, which is only 1:07. That is
Unnecessary
Preston.
roughness. Number 24.
Getting up slowly.
Defense. First down.
That's Terry Daniels, not Justin. 24. Preston, the man hurt, as we said.
Yeah, Daniels is the man that went in. They're just taking like, now Kelly is going down, but see that when you throw the shoulder in there, that's what they're going to call. The rule has been changed for those of you that don't know, that when a quarterback goes down, you don't have to touch him. You're not supposed to touch him anymore. He is automatically ruled down. And Kelly was down, and then Daniels hit him.
Now, New Jersey's been penalized for 65 yards. Remember, Will Coakley, linebacker, Memphis, out apparently for the season. Doug Flutie, quarterback, New Jersey, out apparently for the season. Here's Kelly, and here's Bradley, but that's on one hop to Bradley at the 14-yard line with 1:02 left.
Kelly is getting hammered every time he throws the ball. That time Byrne hit him, number 74, just as he released it. He's slapping his hands, but that ball was underthrown. Bradley was down there. He was open. They had the right play called.
1:02 left. Remember, later tonight, we have college baseball coming up here on ESPN from Omaha, the College World Series. Now they'll throw here. Moser was the intended receiver, I believe, but flags were flying everywhere. 45,682 were here, maybe half that many here now, with their team about to win its 12th in a row.
24.
That again is on Daniels.
First
2
down.
consecutive big calls on Terry Daniels.
And another first down. An automatic first down, let's put it that way.
Let's go back. 12 consecutive games won here by New Jersey, should this score stand up, and 15 of the last 16 won here by New Jersey. But it's not home cooking, it's good defense. Good defense by New Jersey, and of course the running of Herschel Walker and the blocking of the offensive line. All on the 30-yard line, first down. Less than a minute now.
4 down linemen.
Kelly being forced to run for his life. Gets the ball down here, and the ball is not caught by number 26, Ricky Porter. And it's second down.
Lockett made an inside move on Hoffman and forced Kelly out, and then he saw Porter going downfield. Look, you see Lockett, he's coming after him, and he throws the ball, just trying to lay it over Porter's shoulder. He turned around and just dropped the football.
A couple have been dropped tonight on Kelly. Or maybe they would have more points on the board. But that's conjecture. The fact is they've only got 7.
52 seconds.
Generals be 10-5-0 and wondering if Reeves can do the job or Walker will have to carry 30 times a game every time. Look out. Kelly gets the ball away. Crawford over there. Crawford, no good. Drops the ball going into the end zone.
I'll tell you, the blitz was on by Joyce, number 47, and also Daniels, number 24. They sent a linebacker and a defensive back, and Kelly got hammered. Take a look at, here he comes. There's Daniels, 24, is right there, goes for his legs. And Crawford, this ball is right in his hands. That's twice we've seen him drop the ball with the ball in his hands.
But that's the big one right there. That's the big one. 46 seconds to go, and third down 10.
Take a short pass in the middle of the field, and you'll get a first down.
Well, Mosier's going down. Everybody's breaking to the outside ball. Here's Mosier, and Kelly was hit again, and the ball was deflected and never did get to Mosier.
I think Lockett, number 96, is the man that hit it, but he had Mosier wide open. Is it Lockett? Yeah, I think it's and then Joyce just gives him a little shove. Yeah.
So you want to be a quarterback, eh? Boy, he is really taking it. Fourth down. These 3 plays right here, none of which has worked. Kelly has been hammered each time. Crawford dropped one. He couldn't get to the ball to the Mosier on another on a deflection. And this is it for Memphis right here. First down or score or forget it. Oh, the ball is up for grabs and whoops, intercepted finally by Gregory Johnson. Second interception by Kelly on the deflection. And the ball belongs to New Jersey and the game belongs to New Jersey. With 35 seconds to go, they've limited Memphis to 7 points.
And I don't understand this pass because he's throwing the ball to Rao. Do you see Rao there, Jim? He was not at the first down marker anyway. And Kelly had time to stand back there and wait.
Well, it's going to be a long trip home, but once Memphis gets home, they will stay home for the remainder of the season. Walt Michaels' team is going to win another. But you wonder whether Memphis will stay home, period. After losing tonight, they're going to have to win those 3 games to stay in real contention for a playoff spot. Because by losing tonight, they will be 8-7 in those 3 games behind Birmingham. Whereas New Jersey's going to be 10-5. We've got 23 seconds left.
The players wanted to call timeout. They looked at Pepper, and Pepper didn't say anything.
Pepper's got his head set off. He's just walking back and forth with his hands in his pocket. He knows the realities of this situation because they're not going to hand the ball off. Reeves is just going to put his knee down. Kelly for the night, listen to this. 21 for 33, 234 yards, but no touchdown passes, 2 interceptions, and oh, the ball has been dropped.
Yes, it has. Crawford dropped a touchdown just a moment ago. There's Flutie over there. He didn't want to go to the hospital. They're going to make him go after the game, I would imagine.
Oh, yeah. Well, he knows that. He might as well. He figures he's going to stay around until it's over.
Walt Michaels is voted the Coach of the Year in New York.
By whom?
By a bunch of people. Over the other coaches in New York, who all play in the Meadowlands.
20 seconds to go now. They call timeout one more time.
Memphis, that's their 3rd timeout.
That's it.
David Walt saying, what are you doing that for? You're not going to get it back.
Pepper, when we saw him last week before Portland, not overconfident at all, concerned about the ball game, a letdown after those 4 great wins over 4 conference leaders or share of the lead leaders. And they went down to Portland. That game is history now. We all know about that. Herschel Walker with better than 200 yards tonight. His 9th consecutive 200-yard game, his 12th of the year. And Pepper's team has not come up with but 21 points in 2 complete ball games.
Jim, and one of the big problems is that you're down to the 15th game of the year. We did the 14th and the 15th last week and this week, and they're making mental errors at this time of the season when they should not be. That's it.
That's it right there. They can let it run out now. Reeves puts his knee down, and Memphis goes home, but they're going to go home against Orlando, which currently is leading Tampa Bay 30-7 in the 3rd quarter. And our game is over here, and the Generals win it 17-7. They are in the playoff picture, but apparently without Doug Flutie, their quarterback, but with Herschel Walker. And Kelly and Lewis are the quarterbacks, with Kelly doing all the starting the last 6 games, but the last 2 they've come a cropper. In 2 games, Memphis has scored only 21.7 tonight. Mark another one up in the Meadowlands for the Generals, 17-7 over Memphis. Memphis outgained New Jersey by 78 yards, but Herschel Walker carried the ball 29 times for 209 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's the difference. New Jersey 17, Memphis 7. Walt Michaels has won his 50th game and 16 tries here at the Meadowlands. Pepper Rogers has lost his 2nd in a row, and Doug Flutie has hurt it out for the season, and has sold Memphis linebacker Will Coakley. Big night at the Meadowlands in New Jersey.